This meeting is being recorded.
This is your final attempt, all right? Next slip up, you're fired, Chief. All right. All right, we're here. Top 3 draft. Another one. We're loving this. We're loving this this format, being able to see each other, sharing it for the people. This draft is going to be movies that we wish we could see again for the first time. Harder list than I thought to come up with for myself, but draft order. Lance, you're first, right? I'm second. Deshaun's third.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
All right, take it away then, man. What's the number one overall draft pick?
I think you guys will understand, and it won't be a big surprise. I gotta go Interstellar, man.
Yeah,
that movie. That movie blows me away every time I watch it, man. Like, it just something about the space, the physics, the time travel, the Nolan, the music, everything about it. Like,
masterpiece.
I really wish I can watch it again for the first time, and I've never done acid, but it would be to watch that movie again for the first time.
Yeah, you might actually stop breathing because you think you have to hold your breath because you're in space, but
yeah.
That's the number one pick. If you didn't take that, that was a big fumble to bag. That was a Anthony Bennett type of situation if you didn't take Interstellar.
I want to know who doesn't like that movie. Like, who saw that movie and was like, it's not that good. The Martian.
I'm sure there's people out there that have that take because they're losers and they want to just be different.
Yeah,
for sure.
We know some people like that.
Yeah. Damn, that this is the worst time to have a second pick because I know a lot of movies I have on my list you guys are gonna take.
Hell yeah.
My first pick, second overall pick, I'm gonna have to go Avengers Endgame. That was the best movie experience I've had in a movie theater, like being there on opening night with all my friends and being there with like fellow, comic book fans and Marvel fans, nerds of, the similar type. The energy in that theater was insane. Like seeing 10 years of movies build up to that moment and everything that transpired in that movie was incredible. It was super long, which I thought it was going to like take away from it, but it really didn't. It was great.
It was peak cinema, kind of, like, with all things considered.
You had to be there.
It really was. It was one of those. It was a movie moment, for sure.
Yeah. So that's my first pick.
All right, and with the same vein of yours, going with the Marvel movie, I'm gonna pick back Black Panther. Seeing that movie with my friends in the movie theater, on opening night, great feeling leaving that movie. Just like overall great experience. I would love to be able to encompass all of that energy. This, like, again,
all the stories. When I started playing, it really just topped it off, and it really made me proud to be a non-white person in the world.
Yep. That movie, I feel like just in this movie the whole time. That's how I felt while I was watching that whole movie. Yeah, crazy. But Black Panther. Then my second pick, I'm gonna pick Revenge of the Sith. Man, easy.
Great pick.
Slight work. My favorite movie I've ever seen. I would love to go back with the knowledge, just like the knowledge and experience I have now, and watch that movie for the first time, being a 25-year-old back in 2008 or whatever, and seeing that movie, because it was just incredible. Fight scene was incredible, dialogue was incredible, Anakin's arc incredible. I talk about that movie on here at least 3 times every other month, so love it, and that's my second pick.
That's very on brand for you. Definitely glad you got that. My second pick, only because I'm hoping I can get my third pick later on for my last pick, but my second pick is going to be Batman Begins. Seeing that movie for the first time again, because I know a lot of people would say, why aren't you picking Dark Knight? Well, let me tell you, because that's the second movie in that trilogy. I already knew Dark Knight was going to be fire. I already knew it was going to be insane. I didn't know it was going to be that good, living up to the, the hype and being better than the hype. But Batman Begins was the first time I saw a Batman movie in theaters. That really like made me believe that, I could be Batman, gave me that like heroic feeling when you get out of the theater, you can go out there and kick some ass, fight some people. And up until that point too, there hadn't been a Batman movie that I've seen that like made me feel that like a hero could be real, you know, like none of the other Bat movies out there, you're like, oh, this could be, you know, this could
That
be
was like
real life.
that was the first one to really do it across all superhero movies.
Right. Where it felt like a realistic movie that like that could be
It was
today.
grounded in reality.
Right. Yeah, Batman Begins. That movie's so good. Need to
It was a
rewatch
good
it.
book. Shout out to Qui-Gon Jinn for being in that movie.
Yeah, true.
My second pick, man, very personal to me. I think you guys know, like when I bring it up, man, like it's a movie I love. It's Identity. We kind of spoke on this guy's art earlier. I'm going Creed, the first one.
Wow.
Okay.
I just when I watch that movie, like just the details of the movie, I'm like, yeah, man, this guy gets it. Like he gets the culture, like the small things between the music when they're in Philly, being all artists from Philly, versus when he's in LA, it's all LA artists, all the Jordans, just the emotions. And I'm personally a big Rocky fan. Like those 6 movies, I was big on before Creed even came out. And that movie put Michael B. Jordan on the map like that. And then like Black Panther sent him over the top. But big Ryan Coogler fan. So for me, I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Maybe I need to give it a chance again. Creed 1. I mean, I saw it a long time ago, and but maybe I'll give it another chance.
Yeah, you were like the only person I knew that didn't like that first Creed movie. I feel, or like
Yeah.
not that you didn't like it, but you just weren't blown away like everyone else
Yeah,
was.
no. Yeah, I mean, I've also never seen any of the Rockies.
That movie also set the tech fleece craze. Like it
Yeah,
set the trend.
Good.
that is true. That's a good pick though.
Oh
Your
yeah.
last pick?
Oh, I got a few I can pick between. You already mentioned The Dark Knight, so that one's represented, so I'll leave that be.
That's respect. I like that.
Another movie, it's not like one like Interstellar, but it's along the lines of Creed, where it was just a great movie to me. I'm going The Departed.
Mm.
When I first saw The Departed, I'm like, man, this is great acting. It's so much like acting in it, the drama, like with Leo, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Alec Baldwin. Like that movie was just crazy when I first saw it. So yeah, that's gonna be my pick, man.
That's a great movie.
Scorsese.
That's an
Good, man.
all-time movie.
It's a good drama movie to pick on your list too, because it's got like twists
Oh,
and turns and thrills. You
I
just
just
thought
fell
of
in the
something?
back. I just thought of something else.
We gotta wait till honorable mentions then.
Yo,
Can't say it now.
I should have wrote this down, man. I was like, man, I know what movies I wish I'd seen again, but oh well,
That snake draft snuck up on you.
it did.
All right, my last pick. I definitely have. So okay, I got my superhero one in there. I got my Chris Nolan movie in there for sure. I could take another Chris Nolan, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna take a movie that is a curveball, but is to this day one of my favorite movies that I've seen, and I'm gonna go with Parasite. Seeing that movie again for the first time without knowing any of the story, like just going in blind like I did before, would be another incredible experience because I knew that movie was good. I didn't see it for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half after it released. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew people loved it and they raved about it. And I don't know, I didn't buy into the hype. But then when I watched it for the first time, I totally understood. That movie blew my mind. Blew my mind. That movie's so good. Wish I could watch it again without knowing anything.
It is a good movie, and it's one of those movies to where like in a perfect world, I would watch more foreign films with subtitles, but I just don't have time to like pick one out because I know there's other films out there that are just as fire, even by him,
Yeah.
same director. So it's just crazy that there are a lot of other films out there that we don't get to, watch just because they've got, a little language barrier. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, Parasite, man. That's my pick for sure.
Okay, and for my last pick, I'm gonna stay on brand, man. I'd love to pick a drama, but it's just not in my nature to do so.
That's not
I gotta
you.
pick exactly. I gotta pick Surfs Up. I mean, seeing that movie for the first time again would be incredible. It was one of those movies that set me on the path of just the vibes. Like that movie had the vibes in it way back then. It's got a lot of Sugar Ray in it. It's got Lauryn Hill in the movie and the soundtrack. Surfing, just great picturesque Pengu Island. Shout out to Shia LaBeouf. I just really enjoyed that movie the first time I watched it. And so I know for a fact that that's a movie I would love to watch again and be able to capture like, oh wow, this is freaking awesome. I want to go to California. I want to, surf and snowboard and skateboard and shit like that. So definitely gave me that type of feeling. I'd love to get that again for the first time.
That is a very on brand pick for you. I'm glad that you got that. I thought you were gonna go Cars. I thought when you said that immediately, I thought
on
Cars.
there. It's on there, but Cars I'm kind of growing out of. I mean, it was good, it was great, but Surf's Up is just legit the vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of good songs. Incubus, a lot of good songs in that movie. That's really what it gets it to.
This is a great draft. Loved it.
Yeah, man, I like it. So let me go through it real fast. So we got the top 3 movies you'd want to see again for the first time. Lance with the first pick Interstellar, Creed, and The Departed. Great picks. Nick picked Avengers Endgame, Batman Begins, and Parasite. Then I picked Black Panther, Revenge of the Sith, and Surf's Up.
Those are all great movies. I'd
All
see all
great
those again
movies.
for the first time.
Yeah.
Literally every single one of those movies I'd watch again besides Creed. But yeah.
Black Panther was like, that was my number 2. Like,
yeah.
clearly.
Interstellar was my number 1, so I feel you, man.
Yeah, Interstellar was everyone's number 1. That's the number 1 movie you wish you see again for the first time.
I wish I could see it again for the first time, like 5 different ways too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like actually there, like I wish we could see like the extended cut too. You know, there's a cut out there that's got a whole bunch of extra stuff in it.
I want to see in like 5 different like mind states though, you know.
Okay. Drunk, high, off ketamine, off a whole bunch of turmeric shots. I feel you.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything. Okay. So what you guys got for honorable mentions?
For me, man, it's pretty much like any Nolan movie. So like Inception's on there, The Dark Knight's on there, The Prestige is on there.
Prestige, yeah, that was on my list as well.
I like Shang-Chi just because like I'm Asian, you know. So that's that barrier. And the one that I remembered immediately after I said The Departed was The Wolf of Wall Street, man. When I first saw that movie, I was like, was a very good movie. This is just like a bro movie, like a man's movie. Like I wanted to go into stock markets and live that life, man.
Yep.
20-year-old me was like, I'm about this.
I feel you. Yep. That's right.
What about you, Deshaun? What about your honorable mentions? I want to hear yours.
Of course, Cars, but Transformers 1. I mean, Sam Witwicky, great guy. Just like, you know, Megan Fox, just that era of movies and like being around was really cool. And then all the rest I got, but Anchorman, seeing Anchorman for the first time in your basement was hilarious. Like
one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Yeah, and dudes, I was rolling. You know that front row with like the bar that you put your foot on. I was like holding my stomach, dying.
Like that movie was hilarious, man. Brick, Steve Carell's character, hilarious. Like this is a lot of stuff, and I didn't know what to expect, man. Anchorman. And then the other one would be Step Brothers. Step Brothers, another like movie seeing for the first time, was freaking hilarious. Not knowing what's coming. So those 2 comedies. Will Ferrell's in his bag deep.
Yeah, damn. That's a huge like miss by all of us not having like a Will Ferrell movie in there because he dominated, and like hearing those jokes again for the first time would have been so much more funny.
Yep. And honorable mention, just thought about it, but The Waterboy, Bobby Boucher, like a classic movie for me, iconic movie for me, very funny.
Okay. Yep. Other than ones you guys said, I mean, you guys take a bunch that I had written down too, but I had Shrek written on mine, first Shrek movie. Just seeing that again for the first time, iconic movie, iconic franchise. Needs another reboot here soon. And then I had Saving Private Ryan as my other one. That movie, seeing that again for the first time, like that's the best war movie I've ever seen, and I'm a huge war movie fan, so that's got to be on my honorable mention list.
Exactly. I was so surprised like Dunkirk or something wasn't on there when we were talking. Or Fury. Fury was nuts.
Fury's another good one. Dunkirk's on my list, but I couldn't have 2 Chris Nolan movies. I try to diversify my draft class.
And like going along those lines, like there are movies I wish I could see for the first time, and then there are movies I wish I saw in theaters. And like Dunkirk's definitely up there. Interstellar is up there. Saving Private Ryan would have been crazy in theaters. Need that D-box.
For real, man. Shit, man. They used to talk about people leaving that movie with like shell shock, like re-triggering themselves. So yeah, I can't even imagine what that opening night was like.
Dunkirk and IMAX, I literally felt like I had shell shock leaving that. Every loud noise, I thought I was getting shot by a plane behind me, and someone was dive bombing my car. Yeah, took me a little bit to get back to civilian life. All right, that's all we got for our top 3 draft though. Appreciate everyone for, watching, and let us know if you want to see some more top 3 drafts in this format. I like doing them this way, so.
Me too, man. We're definitely going to try to get some interviews this way too. So it'll be put out as clips on the YouTube. The audio will still be on the podcast episode.
All right. Appreciate everybody, and we'll catch you next draft.
Love you guys.